A lot of companies have employees working from home as a precaution, but how do you keep your productivity up? We'll break down the do's and don'ts of teleworking next. Welcome back to Fox 5 Morning. More and more people being told to work from home to prevent getting or spreading the coronavirus. But if you're forced to stay home, what can you do to keep up your productivity? Jason Levin, career business development and outplacement coach with Ready Set Launch, joins us this morning with some advice from the experts. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
It's my home office.
The home office looks good. So how do you keep your productivity up while you're there and you're by yourself?
Well, that is a great question because sometimes you may not be by yourself. You might have roommates, you might have a spouse, you might have children. So I think the biggest thing is to be able to understand what are your priorities for the week and then be able to communicate that to everybody that is in your household so that you have the quiet and the concentration at the moments in time that you need them.
And what do you do if your kids are out of school for a few weeks? How do you make sure you're able to play the role of parent as well as get your job done at the same time?
That's an enormous challenge. And I know that as a parent of 2 elementary school children, that's something that my spouse and I talk about on a minute-to-minute basis. But I think there are certain activities that they can be doing in terms of reading and games and different types of things that can be away from your space of work, so that you can get done what you need to get done and they can be occupied because what's unfortunate is that it's not easy to get childcare in this new normal.
So let's talk about your tips. I know the first one you said communicate your needs and your schedule. What other tips do you have for us? Break them down.
So I think it's really important to be able to take care of yourself and whether that's a 5-minute meditation in the morning, get out for some exercise, watch that YouTube video of your favorite comedian. Make sure that you're doing things on a daily basis that bring you energy because things are challenging at the moment. So take care of yourself and make sure that you're focusing on that first. I think the second piece is, and you were talking about this earlier in terms of social distancing. Social distancing doesn't mean that you end social interactions. We have video conference, we have phone calls. So make sure that you're engaging your colleagues, your friends, your family members. You may have elderly neighbors, check in on them. So working from home can get a little bit lonely, and just make sure that on a daily basis that you're engaging the folks within your community using the remote tools that you have.
Jason, those are some great tips to keep people in the right headspace and still getting their job done and being able to maintain their family dynamic. Where can people get in touch with you if they have any further questions?
Sure. My website is readysetlaunch.net, and my email is jason@readysetlaunch.net.
Thank you very much for sharing your insight this morning with us, and we wish you a week of success as you telework as well.
Likewise, Erin. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.